I don't need the hat. Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is the last DC movie I'm doing for a while. Batman and Superman Apocalypse. This one is about 80 minutes long, or 78 minutes long, so it's a little bit longer than the last film. So let's get started. I want to get this done because I have other things to do today. There's the DC logo. I'm not doing this for the views anymore because my last video got less than 20 views because people are back in school and working. That's why. This takes place right after the last movie. A cat. This one came out a year later in 2010. Gargos. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course not. He goes into the shadows. Good. That's what I need next year. Peace and tranquility. Not a bunch of people on the internet throwing hissy fits. I didn't join Facebook to have fights with people. If you can't talk to me like a civilized person, just get out of my face. Just to let you know, anybody on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, don't bother me. I'm seeing Agatha tonight, and I don't want any distractions. Mm-hmm. There's the boat or wing or whatever. Is it the bat boat or bat wing? I think it's a boat. Mm-hmm. Kryptonite shards. Batman always does things by himself, usually. It's better to do things by yourself. You don't have other people bothering you and telling you what to do. I'm a grown man. I make my own decisions. I don't need someone else to do it for me, especially when I do these podcasts. I fear nothing on these podcasts. I don't fear getting shot because I'm not Trump. I don't fear getting canceled because I'm not. It's a free country, and I'm legal age, so I can say whatever I want. I'm sick of people having filters and saying I can't say that on TV. Yeah, again, they say way worse on the internet. Mm-hmm. Whoops, collateral damage. There, that's a cool opening. Kevin Conroy comes back. Of course he does. Hey there, heterosexual man. This movie still holds up 14 years later, just like the last one. Yes. Tim Daly, Summer Glau is in this movie. She's Supergirl. Superman and Batman Apocalypse. So it was backwards, but I put Batman, Superman Apocalypse. What's the difference? They're both in the movie, so does it matter? Ed Asner, may he rest in peace. Susan Eisenberg, I remember her from Bolt. No Clancy Brown this time. He was busy doing something else. Based on DC Comics, I know. I'll just change the titles when I do when this podcast is over. I'll just change the titles. Superman and Batman, whatever. Darkseid and the New Gods. Yeah, Wonder Woman's also in this movie as well. It looks like Bowser's back. When I do the podcast, when it's over, I'll just change the title and put Superman and Batman. That's all I need to change. Written by Tab Murphy. Because there's a lot of different titles. In other countries, there's movies that are called something completely different. So, whatever. There's the Superman symbol. There's my girl. You could tell it's her because he has bosoms. And you know she's my favorite. Mm-hmm. There she is. Mm-hmm. That's from The Dark Knight. No, that's Kryptonian. This is her. This is Kara when she landed on Earth. At least it's really her. It's a blonde girl. She has to wear clothes because this is not an R-rated movie. It's like Terminator when they see when they see Arnold naked. Mm-hmm. She has the blonde hair. I prefer Kara as blonde, not a brunette. She's a blonde in the comics, so she's a blonde. She should be blonde on screen. In the Injustice story, she's a brunette, but I prefer Kara with the blonde hair. It's like Captain Marvel. I like her with the blonde hair and the hair from either the first Captain Marvel or the second one. Not from Endgame, that lesbian haircut. I could take it or leave it. I prefer hair, a lot of hair. And I'm not pulling a Weinstein. Weinstein went after grown women and he raped them. I don't do that. I don't touch women without consent. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not mentally ill. Okay. I have a disorder, but I don't have a mental illness. I don't. ADHD is not a mental. It's a disorder. It means that you have to grab my attention fast, or I lose interest. And I don't care if I get 1 view or 10 views. I just want to get this done, and I'm not doing another podcast until next week, because I have a lot of movies to get to that I have to rewatch and some that I have to watch for the first time. And I don't have time for BS in the fall. I don't. Comic-Con is less than a month away, and I'm going. She can fly, yeah? It's funny because Kara didn't speak Kryptonian in the TV show in 2015. And I know Melissa Benoist was not a blonde. She wasn't a blonde. She's a brunette, but they get she looked good in blonde hair. What part of what part of me being heterosexual don't people understand? What don't they understand about that? I'm attracted to one thing, not 15. See, Batman knows everybody's weaknesses. Sometimes you have to survive. You can't survive just being at home all day. You got to do things too. I'm outspoken. I'm not going to hide how I feel. Not anymore. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Yeah, her cousin Danvers in the TV. All you got to do is cast a girl. Why is that a problem? So you got the girl from House of the Dragon. Am I going to think she's the worst? No, she's not British at least. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because she's younger and more vibrant. Just don't underuse her. Don't underuse her because they underused her in the Flash movie. You put her in the movie an hour and a half into the movie. Crypto. Crypto the super dog. He doesn't know her yet. Mm-hmm. The good dog. Mm-hmm. Some people have to learn it. It takes years for them to learn it. I learned it when I was born, so. Mm-hmm. Dogs go by scent. It's a real, yeah, and the dog doesn't talk in this version. Some people have to stop making assumptions before a movie even comes out or a show comes out. I will make the decision. Nobody else does. Got it? Good. Now we got that out of the way. Flashback. Why did they have to show her naked? I don't know. I guess this clothes and Kryptonian clothes don't last on Earth. I know. Yikes. Why would I want to hide this face? Tell me, guys. Why would I want to hide this face? I got no imperfections on my face that are like I'm not missing an eye. I got both my nose, nostrils. I got my lips and my head. I'm fine. I gotta cut my hair soon, but that I'll do that in October. Furies. This still holds up because it's telling a story, just like the last movie did. I'm not looking for perfection because nobody's perfect. Nobody on the internet anywhere in the world is perfect. It's what we do with our gift of life that makes us who we are, not our circumstances. Girls fighting each other. Yum yum. Wow, what a body slam. What a suplex. Well, it's like three against one. It's kind of out. She's outnumbered. Damn, it's bleeding all over the place. Granny goodness, yeah. Dark side. Mm-hmm. Karkara. Damn, that's them fighting words. There's pigeons. Hmm. The space, old blue. See, girls have options. That's why I watched The Loud House. You thought I watched The Loud House for Clyde's Unmentionables? No, I watch it for the girls that are on it. Most of them are legal and like the older girls, and they're beautiful. What's the problem here? Where's the Weinsteinisms? Nothing. Those girls have been protected on Nickelodeon for the past 3 years. Not one of them has had any allegations. None of them have gotten you know assaulted. Nothing of them because they went on Nickelodeon after Dan Schneider and them got canceled. She missed hoodie, booty shorts. In the mode. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hot dogs. Those are good. They're not healthy, but they're good. Have every once in a while. He's so cute. Mhm. And I would never ask for anything less. That's why every time I see a girl dressed up as Supergirl, I acknowledge them. Yeah, I say you're my favorite. I love you. I love your character so much. You're the best. You're my favorite DC heroine. I don't hide how I feel, guys. Even if I don't know the girl, I'm like, hey, I love the costume. Why? The Avengers don't have to do that. Hmm. She has those big blue eyes. I love it. A statue. Hmm. We're 24 minutes in. I have a power, and not everybody knows. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Furies. Give us the woman. Don't worry, this is not as bad as Superman 4. I just rewatched that and I couldn't sit through the whole thing. It was so terrible. The statue was destroyed. Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. So good. You see why this character is so important to me? People don't understand. They have to understand why I'm so attracted to her character and also the actresses that have played her over the years, live action and in animation as well, with their voices. And heterosexual guy, you deserve a medal for being the first person to be in both of these podcasts. Thanks, man. That mascara. Who better to train a woman than a woman, right? That's a hot costume. If you could have a planet full of women or a village full of female Smurfs, why not? I'm fine with feminism. I'm fine with, I'm fine with women getting their due. It's not a problem. Just don't shove it in my face. Hmm. Well, that's why DC had to sideline her and make her a cameo girl after Wonder Woman 1984. But hey, we're gonna get a new Wonder Woman in James Gunn's vision, and he won't let studios interfere with him. No, Gunn does not like that. He doesn't, because with the Suicide Squad, they made it R and he went crazy. Hmm. Mm. She has a sexy voice. I love it. Poor girl. I like I like Sir McGlow's voice. I liked her voice, Meg Donnelly's, and of course Melissa Benoist, because she can sing. Because you're a man. Nope, that wouldn't happen till Man of Steel. Heyo. I don't either. Unlike some people on here, I don't have to complain about everything. And not sexually, by the way. Just golden hair. Look at that face. Yeah. hmm Doomsday. hmm hmm Don't worry, Clark doesn't die in this movie. Well, there's a bunch of Doomsdays. That would have made Batman v Superman way more interesting if there were a lot of Doomsdays, not just one, but like a ton of these things. It would have been terrifying. But of course, they tried to rush it, so they only had one. This is one of the only creatures that can kill Clark without kryptonite because of those sharp arms that he has. Yeah, I have the comic, guys. I've had the Death of Superman comic for decades, and I'm keeping it because it's already autographed and it's a collector's item. It is priceless. It's one of the most priceless DC comics of all time, guys. It was so popular when it came out that I remember hearing it on the news. And Wonder Woman doesn't has a prominent role in this movie, so it's good to see her because in the last movie she wasn't there. It was mostly a lot of guys. hmm That's an awesome image. Hmm. That was awesome. The action in these animated movies, even if the movie's not that great, it's always top notch animation for the fight scenes. They're well paced. They don't come out of nowhere, and they're not all way too short like in She Hulk. She Hulk punches a girl once, and the fight scene's over. I'm like, that's it. The Hulk at least had a massive fight in the Incredible Hulk movie. Give him that. The Abomination fight wasn't 2 seconds. That's the name of my cousin. My cousin, one of my cousins' name is Diana. I hope I get to see her again. It's been years since I've seen her. I haven't seen her since I was 13 years old. Oh yeah, Clark, you said that you said a mouthful. Well, that solved their problem. He left. He went to try to solve something. Hmm. Lila's the one to die in this one. That's an image from the comics when he's holding Kara in his arms. I don't know who Lila is. I don't remember her. She wasn't in the Wonder Woman movie. I don't remember her. A blonde girl named Lila. There's Doomsday. I mean, not Doomsday. There's Darkseid. Hmm. Grammy, they always give her him or her, whatever they, a weird voice. Ew, a centipede. Hmm. I get lost in her eyes. Missed. We're about 39 minutes in. I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow because I'm going out, and then Friday I'm just going to see something. Then Saturday I got to go out again, so I'm not going to have time to do any podcasts the rest of the week. Mostly, I could do reviews, but that's about it. So she has her shield. The neighbors are watching. Mm-hmm. She's a tall girl. We know. I mean, this is why the whole Justice League had to fight Darkseid in the comics and in other shows. Just like she has a cool costume. Well, that came out of nowhere. More costumes and more weapons. I miss you, Kevin. I miss you a lot, man. The world is not the same without you, but at least you don't have to be. At least no one will cancel you. Nobody. You left your legacy, and we'll always remember it. And again, the voice cast here is solid. You don't have any foreign accents getting in the way in this movie. There's another DC animated films. You got Constantine, and I can't stand him. I don't care who plays him. I just don't like that character. Even when Keanu Reeves played him, I'm like, it was nothing like the character, but he was more tolerable than Matt Ryan and his drunk Welsh freaking face. Sorry, just not a fan of that actor. I don't have to like every DC or Marvel character. Some of them I can't stand. Marvel, there's Reptile. I never liked that character. He's just a weaker version of Beast Boy from Teen Titans. I remember those things from the Justice League movie. It's 11:06, so 44 minutes in. We're about halfway through the movie. And what explosion! Zing. Sunday's the beginning of the fall. I'm not gonna fall this time. I'm gonna go forward and just march through. Life does not have a pause button. Unlike Man of Steel, this movie doesn't have a scene that reminds people of 9/11. Oh, it doesn't, because they go to Apocalypse and they fight here on another planet far away from Earth. So at least they keep the fight away from the pedestrians. Man of Steel was just miserable. It wasn't fun. I was just bored throughout most of it, and then by the third act, I was just totally checked out. That's why I'm not doing a podcast for that movie. I did all the Superman movies that matter to me, live action, and that's it. If I want to do the Snyder cut or something, I could do that. But Superman's not in the first 2 hours of that. Literally. That's Ed Asner, yeah. hmm It is redundant. Thankfully, it's not going to be 90 degrees anymore this month because summer's almost over. And in the fall, like October, November, it goes down to like 60, 50, 40 degrees. So, hellhounds. The visuals are really well done here. You saw these robots. He's like, I'm really not in the mood. Spear. Yep, these girls are vicious. They let their actions speak louder than their words. That makes sense. We're almost an hour in. Kara kind of disappears until the third act, but she's got enough screen time here. She's got more screen time than the Flash movie. I tell you that much. You don't have to wait an hour and a half to see her. This this movie's not even an hour and a half. It's an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. His cape flying in the wind. That's awesome. hmm Yeah, like the Death Star. It's a hellhound because a Cerberus would have had three heads. That's not here. This is Apocalypse, not the underworld from Hercules. Again, another cool image. The symbol right in your face. Shut that off for now because the movie's almost over. I can handle the next 20 minutes without air, without AC. There's no Harley Quinn in any of these movies, which is fine. It's not her story. She has her own stories in animation. Yep, right through the chest. And again, did I mention this is not for kids? People think, oh, it's animated. I could show my kids this, right? And then they see all this blood and curse words and sensuality, and they're like, wait a minute, this is for kids? No, it's not. Inside Out 2 is for kids. This is not. Surrender now or prepare to fight. I miss Ed Asner a lot. He died a couple years back. He gave it his all. I'll give him that. That's a cool throne. Does they give her a makeover? This reason why Car was underused in the fight is because of bad writing. Also, because they didn't make it about her. She's just there to replace Henry Cavill because they know they don't have him, so they have to put a substitute. That's what it felt like. Hopefully, with Legacy, we don't get that. She doesn't feel like a substitute or an afterthought. Put her in the film. Why would I want to be in a planet that's like Mustafar where it's always hot? Hmm. You can't put way too many characters in one superhero movie. You know why Deadpool and Wolverine worked when the Flash failed? Because it was shorter. It didn't have time to have a joke that went on for 20 minutes. And it was funny and it had a better pacing. Yeah, lame villain, but hey, Marvel's used to having lame villain. There hasn't been a good villain for a while. But it worked because the good outweighed the bad. That was awesome. I can see why Wonder Woman has such a huge, strong fan base, and they're not just gay guys. Give me a break. She's a symbol of hope for women and for men, and an American icon, even though she's from another planet. She has the stars and stripes on her that she represents them really well. He's insisting she do it. She looks like an anime character. It's not going to kill him. It's not kryptonite. It's just flames. Mm-hmm. It's an epic fight between a man and a woman, and they never dwell on it. I do. A lot of fans care about this character. Why you think they're putting her in Superman Legacy and giving her own movie in 2 years? Because they want her to succeed and give her a budget. Don't cap out on the budget like they did in the 80s. Man, his voice is awesome. Yep, Batman always cracks a code. Like a boss, sir. The whole planet will blow up. Again, DC has some good stuff. Do not misinterpret just because my name is John Avenger that I hate DC. I don't. Their animated stuff is some of the best stuff I've seen as an adult. Yeah. While Batman Cape Crusader was no X-Men 97, it still holds up. It's going to hold up in the future like the original animated series. It's very familiar, but it's more adult. It's not for kids, mainly. Danvers in the other version, when she's human, they give her a last name. Kara Danvers. I say Kara, not Kara, but it's the same thing. Potato, potato. I wouldn't destroy an entire planet because it's not worth it. See, that's a villain. That's a cool villain. Because he doesn't have to yell like the freaking Hive Evolutionary. He doesn't have a stupid accent. It's got a voice like this. He's like the Darth Vader of DC Comics. I mean, he's literally called Darkseid, which is what was the dark side? What was the evil people? That was the dark side of the Force. See, they have an understanding and then they leave. Awesome looking character, man. You don't have to have a villain yell. I'm not deaf. For the last time, I'm not deaf, Marvel or DC. You don't have to have a villain screaming all the time. It just hurts me a lot, especially the High Evolutionary. I'm like, you can't act, so yelling is not going to make your acting better. She cries. She has humanity. No. I know. Incarnate. Smallville. See, there's so much heart in that. Just that loving embrace between Superman and Supergirl. You feel that, guys. You can't hide your feelings. I don't do that. I don't. If I want to cry on a podcast, you're going to see the tears flowing on my face. What do I have to hide? Tell me. Nothing. It shows my sensitivity and humanity. That's what people want to see in these podcasts, not me throwing things and being angry all the time. No, that's bad. Without question. You hear that, guys? Without question. Love is supposed to be unconditional. See, this is why these DC characters matter to people so much. Thanks, Kevin Conroy. I miss you, man. Miss you a lot. Yeah, Smallville, where he grew up. Kansas. Population 2,501. Two now that she's there. Mm-hmm. It's quiet. Chickens. Mm-hmm. So am I. When I see Agatha later, I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't. I don't want anybody to spoil it for me. Some people saw it last night in a theater, so I want this to be my thing. It's the first Marvel show I've seen in live action since Loki last year. A son. You're gonna be you're gonna be the lover. You're gonna be my favorite DC girl. Uh oh. Hmm. Yeah, the Ma and Pa Kent are not there. This ending is a little bit kind of bittersweet compared to the other movie. There's nobody there. Hmm. Hmm. I knew the movie wasn't over yet because it's only an hour and 6 minutes. We still got a few more minutes to go. Hmm. It's an epic fight with these two, even though I forgot that it happened at the end. You know how scary that would be. You go back to your childhood home, and then some monster shows up, like Dark Side. That would scare me. It should have been called Superman, Batman, and Supergirl, because she's in the movie a lot. The cows are just standing there. Hmm. The sun rejuvenates him. Here we go. Yep, more collateral damage. It's almost 12 o'clock. At least I'm going to finish this podcast soon. It's not that long. If this was the Snyder cut, this would just be the first act of the movie. An hour and 10 minutes in. Wait. Oh, the battery's getting low. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I got to get my plug. Sorry about that. I thought it was gonna be it was gonna make it, but no, this movie's almost over, but I gotta charge it before the battery dies. It gets low now. I'll make it. Hold on. It's an awesome movie. It's held up. Yeah, please don't. Hit it. There we go. Power. Battery saver turned off. Yeah. Good. Because I need to have my battery full by later. I had to charge it anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So she put him on another planet or star or something. Not till the James Gunn era. Summer Glau sells it. She definitely does. There's Ma Pa Kent. Yeah, they're alive in this version. The house is destroyed, but that wasn't their fault. Get that mascara. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. My favorite. I love her costume. The boots, the little skirt. You've earned it. Trust me, girl. Love you, girl. See, that's the costume that I love. The little skirt and the cape, and then the blonde hair. And that was Superman and Batman Apocalypse, guys. Still awesome. Loves that Supergirl in this movie. Let me see if there's a post credit scene. I'll try to not to skip it this time. Oh, it skipped again. Now, whatever. If you haven't seen it in a while, see it again, guys. It's worth your time. There's less characters in it, but it's definitely a banger still to this day. Even after 14 years, it still holds up really well. And it's better than a lot of the DC movies we got in the past 10 years. That's for sure. because it gets to the point without making it overly long, boring, or way too much exposition or too many characters. But it's really good. Like I think it's better than the first one. It's better than Public Enemies. It's a lot longer, and they give Supergirl enough screen time, which is a blessing for me. But thanks for watching, guys. Watch this again if you can. I think it's on streaming. And acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. My next podcast will be next week because I need a little break. And I'll still do reviews. I'm not reviewing Agatha until October, so definitely keep your eye open for that when I get to that. And I'll see you guys next time.